There are 4 factions that we have to fight in Blane Sorcery: the Outlaws, the Wildfolk, the Eye, and the Arrayed Kingdom. But you may remember that there is one more faction that tends to sit more on the sidelines. Quick note before I start, I have a Discord now, it's linked at the top of the description, please join, thanks. The Dalgarian Preservation Society is the only faction that you don't fight, but you're actually a part of. But I'll get back to that later. So, who are they? Well, as you probably guessed, they are interested in the Dalgarians and their ruins. They are currently working for the Arrayed Kingdom with the goal of finding some sort of, quote, Dalgarian sorcery controlling and limiting devices. But most of their motives do not actually align with Arrayed. They do work for them, but they aren't really all that fond of them. It's stated that they just use them mainly for the protection and funding. They often have to sneak things like crystals past them. If you want to know more about Arrayed, I have a whole video on them that you can find in the Blane Sorcery lore playlist. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the Dalgarian Preservation Society is the only faction that we don't fight, and that's because we are a part of them. At the beginning of the game, there is conveniently a crystal core and a house for us to stay in. But I guess convenient isn't really the word to use here, because we can read that this whole thing was planned. Apparently, the Dalgarian Preservation Society sent you here, as we can read, quote, if you are reading this, you made it to the island alive. Congrats. And, the locals built a shelter around it, the monolith. Use it as you wish. But remember about our deal. The trust that is put in your abilities needs to bear its fruits too. Do not underestimate the DPS. While we aren't sure why we were picked specifically, we do know why we were sent. The DPS is actively looking for somebody to become the Kyojiiin. But we'll talk about that prophecy in a whole nother video. The Kyojiiin video will have a lot more about the DPS, as I feel some of the stuff won't make sense unless I explain parts of the Kyojiiin first, but that'll be a much bigger video than any of the others on my channel, so it's going to be a little while. Thanks for watching. Sorry about how long this one took, I got kinda lazy to be honest. Again, I have a Discord in the description that you can join, and again, thanks for watching.